Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Al Stock Trades. How's everyone doing today? For some reason, we have some technical difficulties on the X platform side. It's not going live, so we're going to go ahead and try to figure out this and just upload the video from there directly, so it won't be live for the X folks. They're going to have to watch it on replay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we're going to go ahead and show you guys the true value of Clover Health. We're going to show you some sophisticated methods that we have on finding this evaluation. But first things first, I want to go ahead and just, how you doing, B-Rad? What's going on, KM? So yeah, first off, I just want to show you guys, check this view out. Isn't this a stunning view? Look at this view, right? This is pretty much how the future of the lifetime access members, they're going to do their analysis in the Al Stock Trades platform. I mean, it's very clear that our platform speaks for itself, and we're going to get to a position where we already are in that, where we have around $55.3 million in assets that are inside of the stock terminal and lifetime access members. And it just, people are going to start seeing the overall capital we are going to be creating and finding. And, I couldn't have done this without you guys. Big shout out to the YouTube community space. We just broke 9,000 subscribers. That's really cool. So thank you again for supporting the channel. Big deal. Awesome. This is really great. Let me make sure if the mic good. So the mic is good. So yeah, if you haven't done so, please subscribe. It helps out the channel. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about CLOV. So not too bad, pretty break even day, 0.59, nothing too crazy. But overall, we are up 256.25% year to date. From the bottom all the way to the top, from around 62 cents, we're up 451%. So we're doing pretty good. Mike's good. All right, good. So just a quick shout out. We just released our stock market picks. There's going to be more in our stock terminal. So folks that haven't checked that out, definitely go in the stock terminal page. It's under Research Edge. And we go on ahead and picked a group of stocks that we believe are going to outperform the market. These are really great companies. And there's a specific type of analysis that was done. They're all free cash flow generating behemoths in the making. And we believe they're going to definitely have some form of a run up. The question is, at this point, we're going to do a deeper dive in terms of the intrinsic value. So we have released that. Our portfolio hedging modeling stocks will be released soon. So just wanted to put that on the shout out. So for folks that don't know, this is part of the Research Edge. This gives kind of a breakdown of the true calculation of Clover Health. Now, normally, I'm going to be reserving this for our paid members in terms of how we utilize our stock terminal from an educational perspective. So we're just going to go ahead and read this. But for folks that kind of want to, that haven't yet, went into our Black Friday sale that we have and have seen the offer that we provide, we're going to give you a little taste on how the calculation is. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, baby. You already know. So we're going to give you a little taste of the type of due diligence that's done. And you can, since we talk about Clover a lot, you can basically see within yourself if what we provide has value. And I think, I definitely think it certainly does, but don't take my word for it. Take the other folks have made that step. So we're going to go ahead and read from the top. Be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, here's a breakdown of my analyst suggested intrinsic value calculation. This analysis utilizes the full capabilities of our stock terminal and lifetime access bundle for intrinsic value calculations. The revenue projection for 2024. Clover Health's financial outlook for the full year of 2024 was issued during the Q3 2024 conference call. The projected revenue ranges from 1.35 billion to 1.375 billion. I calculated the midpoint average arriving at 1.3625 billion. Now, for folks that don't know, I went ahead and pulled this from the Q3 financials, and you can see the numbers in the guidance here, and I just took the halfway average point, okay? Then I went ahead and looked at the future revenue estimation of 2028. Now, unfortunately, if you go to Yahoo Finance, you're not going to get the 2028 projections. You would have to go to Bloomberg Terminal, and you would have to pay $2,000 a month, if not more, to get the 2028 projections. But the capabilities of our stock terminal, we have those projections, and we're going to be showing you what analysts are thinking. Now, the beautiful part about this is you're going to see some really cool data, and I hope the internet's good because, internet's a little choppy, so I hope you guys can hear me. Thanks for the mic check there. Appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and show you this. It's this specific rectangular box is what I'm going to be focusing on, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the commands that I really think for folks that have already inside of our stock terminal. I recommend looking at these commands as they're very helpful, right? So let's open up a terminal. Or maybe I think this is already open up. All right, good. And we're just going to zoom in a little bit here, and we're going to open up the help menu. We're going to go to stocks, stock statistics. I was already on it. And we're going to go ahead and right here where it says annual analyst estimate, we're going to click on it, and we're going to type in CLOV. Now you can hit the tab space and you can look at amount. Just for educational purposes, we'll just do 15. We could do more. We'll just do 15. And that's going to send us a lot of data in the stock terminal, okay? That's going to show us all the way the analyst estimates from 2022, but we're just going to go all the way to the top. And you can see this goes to 2028. Then we have 2027. Then we have 2026. And we have 2025. And we have 2024. Now, the beautiful part about this is that we are going 3 to 4 years into the future. And I'm about to show you something that's going to be very shocking. That's going to pretty much rattle your core, right? So you could just kind of look at 2024 and you can see the analysts don't expect Clover to be net income positive. So you could see that they're negative, which is true, right? Ignore the EBITDA because they're always wrong with EBITDA. And also EBITDA is trash, honestly. So analysts don't really care about EBITDA. It's really the net income. That's where people like to focus on. So 2024 is a dud. So now let's go to 2025. So now Sandro from the Reddit page, whom I highly respect. So, thank you for, all the hard work you put on that Reddit page. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said that potentially Clover may be net income profitable next year, like 2025. If that happens, that's great. Am I expecting it to happen? Not quite yet, but if it does, I welcome it, and I hope it does. But from the analyst perspective, 2025, they're thinking that it's actually going to be negative. Interestingly, the SG&A expenses are going to you can see they've increased from here. So I think analysts are correct to assume the SG&A expenses are going to be high. And I think it's because they're going to return to growth. And you could see here the revenues pretty much jumped up. Now, I haven't calculated the year-over-year revenue, which we can from this angle here, but we can honestly calculate it. We'll do that within our lifetime access. We'll go ahead and do the year-over-year calculation. because that's going to be pretty interesting to see. Again, we don't have a lot of analysts to work with here, right? But given the ones that we have, this is what their predictions are. So again, for net income, definitely they don't think it's going to be profitable. So now let's jump to 22 because this is 2025, right? Let's jump to 2026. So we go to 2026, and here's this. And they're thinking the revenues are going to be around 1.8 billion, which is a lot. Now, this is where things get sexy. Now, obviously, they're estimating SG&A expenses to be high. But check this out. The estimated net income low is negative 24 million. The estimated net income for the high is 24 million. So there is a division now between analysts, and I just find it interesting that there are only one analyst that estimated EPS here, which is like part of net income because that's how you use to calculate, right? And this is for 2024, and there was only one analyst that estimated EPS here, and there's only two here for the revenue. But what's weird for 2026, it jumps to three. Three analysts have estimated revenue, and three analysts have estimated net income. So I kind of find that odd and unusual. Why is it that these analysts are estimated for 2026, but they haven't given an estimation for 2025? Now, I could basically talk about a couple of things. On our lifetime access, on the Clover Health channel in the stock terminal yesterday, late night, we talked about the fund score, and we saw the overall institutional investor increase of Palantir. And we were arguing that Clover is going to be doing that. And we used someone else's proprietary Fintel type proprietary fund score analysis, which is not part of our platform. And we referenced their data, and we compared it to Clover Health, and we compared it to Palantir. And interestingly, Clover Health had a higher score. So, and I'm just going, for folks that are interested and that want to see the research and the back and forth that we talked about, again, I can't emphasize this enough. I highly recommend you joining our platform, because the type of research we're doing and the type of millionaires that we're creating, you're not going to be able to find that around the world. I mean, I can assure you, because I've looked. That's why I created something. I'm not going to waste my time when I have a beautiful career lined up to fix this stupid gap that has happened in the middle class, where folks don't have, they don't have the access point to get a fair shake on Wall Street and to be able to enjoy the beauty of a beautiful beach and enjoy first-class service that every human being deserves. So, I can't emphasize this more to you guys. And I highly consider you guys looking into that. But interestingly here, it's interesting because there are three estimates for 2026, but there's not for 2025. So we're going to be doing a year-to-year calculation from 2024 to 2025, and we're going to see what these analysts are thinking. And potentially, if Clover does return to growth, potentially analysts are starting. What they're doing is they're trying to do a hush-hush situation here, because we're going to see an increase in institutional investors, because we saw that fund score, right? And I think they don't want to draw too much attention to Clover, which is probably why they didn't do 2025. But I think if we're starting to see them projecting net income profitability in 2026, then potentially the year 2025 might suggest that Clover is about to enter a moon phase. Even though people can argue this is a pretty big moon, we may be seeing a different type of mooning soon in the year 2025. Again, hard to say, but again, it depends on their revenue in terms of the growth rate, right? Now, I'm just going to take a quick divergence real quick, because I feel like it'll add value to the discussion. And I'm just going to show you what I'm expecting is what's going to happen in our pursuit to attract institutional investors. And our beloved Mr. Basil here said institutions are up and above 23% already. And I have to agree with him. And that's a good segue about what I wanted to talk about. This is Palantir. And you can see in the beginning, there wasn't really a lot of institutions. And as you see, the stock price dipped. Something happened in the halfway point right around 2022 and 2023 where the stock price actually exploded. And this explosion happened right here where my mouse is hovering. And that is when they became fiscally free cash flow positive and net income positive on a GAAP adjusted financial accounting basis. And then you could see these green bar lines represent institutional ownership, aka smart money, aka big money. And we're able to track these bars because thanks to Congress, individuals that have over $100 million that are part of the SEC, they have to record their buys and sells. And unfortunately, it's off by 3 months. You can see here, institutional investors have been kicking it up a notch, which is increased right here, which you can see why Palantir literally went from $40 to $60, right? So this is what I'm expecting to see for Clover Health. I think we're on a down page, down channel, and then now we're about to kick up, okay? And we should be seeing that, especially as they turn fiscal year free cash flow positive and then net income positive on a GAAP adjusted basis. Now, very quickly, going back to the analyst estimation, one analyst is saying, hey, we're going to get to profitability potentially by 2026. Now, 2027, things become interesting. Again, looks like SG&A are stabilizing the costs, but then look at the net income to low, to high, to average. Wall Street and the analysts that are estimating this are expecting Clover Health from the CLOV symbol here in the year 2027. They're expecting Clover Health to be profitable, to be a full course profitable business that's free cash flow positive and that is net income positive on a GAAP adjusted basis. And ladies and gentlemen, when this arrives, I promise you, we will be at the promised land. Once this arrives, unfortunately, the time point in which you are watching this video, and if you are watching this video in the year 2027 or potentially 26, you are already too late, and I'm sorry. This video, most likely you're watching, is approximately 2 to 3 years old. And Clover is already profitable, at this point. And unfortunately, you missed the boat. And you're going to be seeing, for the folks that are watching now in the present, you're going to see the power of the Al Stock Trades platform. And you're going to see the power of how much freaking zeros are going to be in your portfolio account. Okay? Now, I appreciate you, Barry. So, and you look at the revenue, we're about to enter the $1.9 to $2 billion territory. Now, very quickly, we're about to go to 2028. Okay. And again, that's the beauty of our platform. Okay. It gives you analyst estimation. And these are, and I'm sure these analysts are upset at me right now. I don't care. Screw you guys. Because this data that's released, it's only released for institutional clients. Okay. And they don't release this to, like if you go to Yahoo Finance or whatever, they're not going to have that, right? They're not going to have 2028 and whatnot. And it's usually for institutional folks that pay in the umpteen zeros to get access to this information. Because let's face it, people want to hoard things, but we're democratizing things, okay? So what's funny about this whole situation is, we're talking about Medicare Advantage here, right? And we're talking about a very humble growth rate. This whole estimation has nothing to deal with SaaS. I've been doing this for over a decade, and I guarantee you that these analysts are not incorporating SaaS, subscription as a service, into their model. Now, the reason why they're not doing that is because what numbers do we have to do a calculation on? It'll be Fugazi, right? You can't do that. So I can only imagine, because remember, we have Iowa Clinic and all the other ones that we're going to have. And we're going to see expected revenue in the fifth quarter of 2025 from what Peter was saying, the CFO of Clover Health, for a reminder for folks that forgot. These calculations are not incorporating that. Just imagine once those become a reality. Holy crap, right? So if you're watching this in 2027 or whatever, I'm sorry, it's already too late. Okay, I'm sorry. In terms of so, unless there's a recession or something, you know what I mean. But so the boat has passed, but most likely we're gonna find another boat. I'm gonna find another boat with that, right? So then we go up and we go to the 2028 projection. And you can see now we're in the revenues of the over $2 billion region. In fact, here, $2.2 billion region. And again, this is not incorporating the crazy growth rate Clover is about to experience, but also the SaaS. So this whole thing in this whole calculation that I'm about to give you is incredibly conservative, which I like, which we'll talk about. And you can see now, look at the net income basis. $81 million of net income with an average EPS of 17 cents. Guys, that is crazy. That is crazy. Okay? Look at this crazy net income. Now, if the average net income is 80, what do you think free cash flow is going to be? Right? Well, I'll tell you in terms of what I expect it to be. But again, and again, if you're in 2028 watching this, I wish you found us sooner. You know what I mean? For folks that are watching the channel right now, please hit the subscribe button and like the video so other people can see this. In the next couple of days or whatever, people can see this. Because it really will help spread the video. The way YouTube works is the more you like the video, the more it shares. There's like an algorithm, and you like it, and then so this little robot thing starts to be, oh, this is a nice video, and then it kind of spreads it. So definitely do that, and obviously subscribe so you can keep up to date, right? So, so there's that. Okay, so now that we kind of broke this command. And you can search any stock you want on Wall Street. We have the data for you, okay? Which I highly encourage folks to take advantage of our Black Friday sale. I mean, heck, I'm on vacation now, and what am I doing? I'm an obsessive, all right? I obsess over numbers, right? The question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to ride with winners, or do you want to do what you've been doing? Speak to people that have joined the lifetime access. They know my work ethic. It's not for the faint of hearts, right? So now let's go back to our analysis here. So I explained to you the future revenue and the estimations. Okay. We're going to explain what the 13% means, because what we did is we took the 1.3625 billion, which is the overall expectation from Clover Health, which is the number they gave us here. And we paired it with the analyst expectation for 2028. And we did that, and we got a growth rate of 13%. Okay. And that's taking, I'm going to show you where I got that 13%, but that's pretty much taking 2024 fiscal year to 2028 on the revenue side. The problem is what's going to be the free cash flow. So to calculate the free cash flow estimation, you would have to take the free cash flow from Q1, Q2, and Q3 of 2024, which we actually have. And we did that. And we divided it by the overall revenue, and we got 11.5%. Because right now, technically, on a Q1 to Q3 adjusted, not even adjusted, reality basis, Clover Health is free cash flow positive. And if we were to take how much of the revenue goes into free cash flow, it's approximately 11.5%. So if we take the analyst estimation of 2.207 billion and multiply it by 11.5%, you get an estimation free cash flow of $253.805 million, which is not far off. It is pretty, but it's honestly not far off from the free cash flow of Q1, Q2, and Q3. Now, remember, this is for 2028. I think we're going to achieve this a lot faster, especially if they return to the growth phase, and especially if they activate their SaaS business, which they already have. Again, I like to be conservative, okay? Because, I don't like to lose money, right? I like to make money. I don't like to lose, okay? So there's that. So then we went ahead and used the most up-to-date outstanding share count of approximately 501 million shares and incorporated these figures into our intrinsic value model to arrive at the price target, which I'm going to share with you right now. So I used the command share float, which gave us 501 million outstanding shares, and the source where you can click the link to go to the actual SEC filing, the data all provided by our stock trades. So I did that. And then without further ado, here's the calculation. And I already put it in just to save time, because I had to basically explain to you what I did, because if I just show you this, you're not, I like to give you how I did it, because remember, this is an educational platform, and I want you to be able to learn how to do these things so you can basically, from an educational perspective, go pick out a company and say, oh, I wonder what the price target's going to be, without having to rely on anyone else. Okay. So remember, I took the midpoint between 2024, right? The numbers of the guidance that Clover gave, and I gave the analyst estimation for 2028. And I found a 13% growth rate. And then I took the 2028 analyst estimation and I multiplied it by 11.5%, which is the current revenue to free cash flow on a reality basis, which gave me an estimation of positive future free cash flows of 253.805 million. I injected it within here, utilized our share float, and got 501 million shares. And I got a stock price of a recession of $4.42, a bear case of $7.85, a base case of $10.21, and a bull case of $14.15. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important to know, like I've said, these are very conservative values, because we are saying that Clover is going to grow 13%, which they stated that they're going to be returning to growth. Now, you can go ahead and alter these intrinsic value calculations, and you can go ahead and put that in, and you could go ahead and see what it could be. I'm not doing that. We'll get there when we get there, and we'll be putting those types of estimations and from the year of 2024 to 2025 to see what the revenue is that going to be, because that'll even give us more of a short-term price target, and that's going to be reserved for our lifetime access members. So you know exactly what to do and how to organize your cash secured puts and covered calls. So you can go ahead and use level 1, which is fundamental analysis, level 2, which is technical analysis, and level 3, which is options analysis. So you can make passive income and be able to retire like a freaking El Jefe. Okay? All right, that's my Spanish of the day. And then this doesn't include the SaaS. So, this could only go higher, okay? But again, like I said, I like to be conservative. Okay, so interestingly, if you were to look at the price target of what analysts are giving, this is the recession case. Their analysts are saying $4.42. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't this look like our Boeing 747? Doesn't that look like the bear case looks like that Boeing 747? Right? This one's the Boeing 785, right? So it seems to me it's pretty near there, right? So we're going to be tracking this and monitoring this, right? And a lot of people were doubting. They were doubters, and I get it. There's a lot of fake buttholes on YouTube that try to act like they know about the stock market. But I hope with our analysis about Palantir, Tesla, and all the other stocks that we talked about, I hope that we've developed some form, and again, this is alive. I'm not reading off a script. I'm staring at this beautiful view, and I'm just speaking to you freely, because I've done this so many times, and I've done this for over 10 years that I can comfortably talk about this without having to have a script and re-record a video and whatnot, because I've truly mastered this topic, and I've created a platform to help you become a master, to take you from zero to hero, to help you get out of the rat wheel race and to actually put you in a different wheel called the wheel strategy. So you're able to basically make money, right? And to escape this matrix of a life that will work you to the bone, that will act like you are part of some boat, when in reality, you're doing all the work, rowing this boat until you literally work to your bone. I'm giving you an opportunity to get access to over 2.5 billion outputs of institutionally graded data, and to be able to escape this matrix of a system that was designed to make you row the boat for the ultra rich. I'm providing you an opportunity to own the boat, the ability to be together with like-minded individuals, utilizing powerful stock market knowledge to be able to take you into becoming a millionaire, and if you and even higher, to a multi-millionaire. So let's go ahead and let's see here. So Michael, send it to us on the due diligence side and utilize our data to talk about that, right? Let's talk about it, right? In our terminal, right? Audrey says, hello, Al Stocks and chat. I got to see who Audrey is. Go to that place in Mexico with all the Grotto Caves and pool. I'll take a look. I'll take it. What's up, Dr. No? Is this price target prediction for 2028? So these essentially are the conservative estimates. Again, first off, where is this? You can see this. There's a lot of work that goes into this. So, to answer your question, first off, I have to say this very clear. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, I'm not licensed in nothing with finance. I'm not licensed to wash the dishes of a financial advisor. Okay, so everything I say, take it as a grain of poop, not even as a grain of salt. Right? You don't even, right? So take as what I said as poop. Okay. So just remember that, right? These calculations are, again, we're saying Clover's going to grow 13%. I mean, that's really low. They're conservative. So if Clover was to grow at a conservative rate of what analysts are, okay, listen, this is what, okay, how do I explain this to you? Okay. Pretend you work inside of Wall Street into these big firms, and you want to hear what they're talking about Clover. This is what they're saying. Hey, what's up, man? We believe Clover Health in 2028 is going to be a $14 stock, at least. That's what they're saying. So yes, those are the predictions for 2028. But remember, nothing I say is financial advice. This is an educational perspective. And again, this is a 4-year projection, right? 3.5 or 3-year, whatever you want to call it, right? So it's a long-range projection. As we got more data from Clover, the analysts are going to keep projecting better. They're going to get more accurate. And people that are in our stock terminal, we're going to know what they say. Because you can't hide the freaking facts from me, because we get our data directly from Wall Street. Because we get institutionally graded data. I don't care what you guys, all the analysts that are watching us on LinkedIn. I see what you got. I have LinkedIn Premium. You can't hide this from me, because I got the data centers directly on Wall Street. So you can go ahead and talk to your boys. Whatever you do, you can't stop me. I know exactly what all the research you guys do in your projections. I know exactly what you guys are thinking, right? So, and that's not for you guys. That's for the people that want to hear it. It's a group of people that are doing this calculation for 2028. So, so this is the price projection for 2028, but I want to put an asterisk. Not a financial advisor. Asterisk number 2, this is very conservative. Sub asterisk, because it doesn't include SaaS business, and it doesn't include a return to growth phase. Okay? So, but again, I like what these analysts are thinking because they're conservative. And I like that. Okay? 13%. Okay? At Dr. It's an intrinsic value of the stock today based on projections in 2028 and beyond. Exactly. Good. Already retired, just trying to make it better and better for my kids and grandkids. There it is. And for all my lovely Lifetime Access members and my beautiful YouTube community, I want to say, I hope one day we can all come together in a beautiful resort overlooking the beach together and just enjoy life, right? Because we did this together, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. Let's see if I have anything else I want to add. Oh, yes. Despite the conservative projections, this analysis highlights Clover Health's deep undervaluation, aka deep effing value. Okay. So institutional investors and analysts are beginning to recognize Clover Health's potential as evidenced by recent earnings call and market activity. The cat is out of the bag, ladies and gentlemen. Clover Health's value is no longer a secret. Okay, you can try to make it a secret, but it's not, right? So, all right, folks, if you haven't done so, please take advantage of our Black Friday coupon code. It will be expiring soon. Take advantage and make the best decision I guarantee you're going to make in the next 10 years, okay? I guarantee you, okay? Unless it's having a child and bringing a beautiful thing in the world or getting married to your love, that's probably better decisions. This is the third best, okay? I promise you that. 30 minutes late, but never sorry. Never wrong, just early. Hey, I love you, Jackson. Thanks, Al. Happy Thanksgiving, and God bless you. God bless you too, Sheriff. And I hope one day we're able to meet each other. God bless you all, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. And happy Thanksgiving.